Hey y'all, it's Alec with Sharing the Journey. If you've been watching our channel for a while, you know that my wife Cindy and I live full-time in our 2019 Tiffin motorhome, and we work camp our way across the country. Now on July 15th, I bought this book that I use for the 100 envelope challenge. And we're using this book to save $5,050. Now, how does that work? I did a video, and I'll link it at the end of this video, introducing the 100 envelope challenge. But basically, you have 100 pockets in the folder, and they are numbered 1 to 100. And in a perfect world, you would put money in each pocket every day. But since I don't see a way I can live on a limited fixed income and put $100 in the envelope one day and $99 in an envelope the next day, we just don't have that kind of money. And so what we're doing is, at the end of every week, we take the money from the front of the binder and we put it at the end of the binder. So on July 24th, when I did my introduction, we had been working on this for about a week. I had enough money to fill the 100 spot with a little bit left over. So let's get into the numbers. How are we doing with this challenge? Well, first of all, I would like to say thank you to, I wrote them down, I had 2 people give me super thanks for $4.99. I rounded those up to $5 each. So we made $10 off our super thanks this week. And Vivian6425 and Grandma's Pocketbook, I want to thank you sincerely. Cindy and I really appreciate the support, and 100% of that money I didn't take out for YouTube fees or any of that kind of stuff. I rounded them up to $5 each, took $10, put it in the envelope, so thank you. Now, before I get into the rest of the money, I want to let y'all know how things have kind of changed. You know, all our lives change, and if you watch the introductory video to this challenge, you'll know that Cindy and I are having to go back to our hometown this winter, which, as it appears now, means that we are not going to be working at all this winter. So we are saving like fiends while we're up here working in Montana, because the pay's better up here, because that's just the way work camping is. It's a long drive up. It's kind of a remote location, so you make a little bit more money. So we think we're going to be able to save enough money with what we already had in the bank, plus what we're saving bi-weekly from our paychecks here, to be able to support ourselves at a minimal standards while we are in South Carolina taking care of my son's estate. For y'all that don't know, our oldest son passed away this past February. And then we're also going to be cleaning out our storage unit so we can save that money every month. That's a huge expense. We've been on the road for 5 years. We don't need the stuff that is in there, and so we are going to try to sell off some of that. We give ourselves 30 days from the time that we get back to South Carolina to get that storage unit cleared, because like everything, the prices have gone through the roof. When we hit the road 5 years ago, it was just a little over $200 a month for the storage unit. Now it's $400 and I think $78. I'm not paying $5,000 a year to store a bunch of stuff I don't know if I'll ever need. I can put that money in the bank and buy what I need if we ever go back into traditional housing. So, how are we funding this $5,050? If you remember from my introductory video, we should go through it real quick. We are going to take 50% of our YouTube monetization, which isn't much. I think this month we've done $220. That'll be $110. I'm going to do my YouTube monetization money, 50% of that in there. And then we are going to do 100% of all the money from our memberships, from our supers, from thanks, from our coffees, what is it, buy me a coffee, PayPal, any of that kind of stuff that we get. I'm going to put 100% in this book. And then we also do Amazon affiliates. You have to have $100 worth of affiliate commission before you get a check from them. So once we get to the $100, then 100% of that will go in this book. And then I make tip money here at the campground. So let's see how much money I was able to put in the book. Now, if you remember correctly, we had $26 left over when we filled the $100 spot last time. We're hoping to be able to fill at least the $99 spot from this week's contributions. And so I'm going to pause the camera for a minute. I'm going to pull the money out, and then we will see how we're doing. Before I pause it, though, I will pull a little bit out. There's the one spot. Here's the 4 spot. So once I get the money out, I'll bring you back. So here's all the money from this week's contributions that I have put in there. Let's get it separated and counted, and then I will tell you where it all came from. Let me adjust the camera down so maybe you can see. I need one of those nice little dividers. A lot of ones. All right, so I got the money all straight. Let's see how much we have. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 71. There's $171 here. If I remember correctly, we had $26 left over from before. And let's see, let me pull up my calculator. All right, so we have $171 in cash that we added this week. Well, that we didn't add 171. When you take the $26 we had left over last week from not being able to fill a large envelope, it's a total of $145. So we're definitely going to be able to make the $99 packet or envelope filled. So where did this money come from? So I just figured it out, made me some notes. So I went to the bank and took out last month's 50% from my YouTube monetization. Last month I did roughly $260. We get paid on the 21st, so that money usually hits the bank around the 25th or 26th. So of this, $130 I took out was YouTube money. And then $10 were supers from Vivian6425 and Grandma's Pocketbook. Thank y'all very much. Huge help. And then I only made $5 in tips. So that's where this money came from. So next week we're not going to have the YouTube money. So we'll have to see what we do. I'm going to try to pick up maybe some odd jobs, maybe washing somebody's camper or running somebody to town. We'll see what we get next week. Let's fill some pockets. So I know that the only money in this book now is the $100 spot. So let me count out $98 and see if we can get that filled. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. All right, let me just double check this. 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 6, 97, 98, 99. All right, so fold that up. Here's the book. It's kind of tight. All right, so now we've got the $100 spot and the $99 spot. See how much is left over. This is going to have to be cut down into several. Let me just count real quick. 20, 40, 50, 60, 1, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 72. 72. There's no way I can get this in the 60. I mean in the 72, but let's do 40, 50, let's see if we can get this to fit in the 55 spot. Trying to get them moved as far back as possible. That way I have room to do the front pockets. Because I just get little bits of cash here and there. So that filled the 55. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. See if we can get this to fit in the 17 pocket. Alright, so as you can see, these front pockets are all empty. So as I get tips and cash and stuff, I can fill those. We've got the $17 pocket filled. We've got the $51, nope, I'm sorry, the $55 pocket filled. And then this is what's exciting, is we are 2 weeks into doing this, and I've already got the $100 and the $99 pocket filled. Hopefully I'll be able to do the $98 pocket. And what I'm going to try to do is I might take those ones down to the store and get some $10 bills or something for them. But yeah, it's coming along. Hopefully by the time we get ready to leave South Carolina, and that's what I'd said in our initial video about the 100 envelope challenge, is I think we can, with our savings, get down to South Carolina and live. But this is how we're getting back to Montana. We've already been rehired here at the KOA in West Yellowstone. We're very excited about that, but it's over $3,000. This motorhome doesn't get but 6.4 miles to the gallon. So if y'all want to help, all your donations are appreciated, and they'll go 100% in this book. And then anything, if you want to use my Amazon link to buy stuff, when I get that $100 check, that'll go all in here. And then I'm going to keep doing what I do. You know, we get tips for delivering firewood and taking towels and stuff to the cabins. Some days are better than others. And then when we get paid, I'll pull a little cash out of the pay to put in here, and then I am forever doing odd jobs. So thank you all again for your support. Thank you for your prayers, and I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll come back next Sunday and see how this week goes.